My name is Usman. I'm from MUNITY Online, and today I'm here with the Deputy Director of Europol. For Europol, what motivated you to work for the organization?
Well, my background lies within law enforcement for a long time, so I've been responsible for investigations and also on counterterrorism. And I think I realized at a certain moment that it's very important that we exchange information more than we are doing now. So, when there was an opportunity to react to a vacancy for being the director responsible for operations, that fitted into my background and profile, and in that way making a change, making it more possible for law enforcement to work together, that's a very cause I would like to support also.
And as your role as Deputy Director of Europol, what have been the biggest challenges that you have faced alongside the organization?
Mm-hmm. Well, if you know a little bit about law enforcement, it's also about trust. Exchanging information towards each other was not always easy because, it's most of the time very sensitive information. So, as a supportive organization, we have to build up trust that by giving the information towards us, we will do something with it that will benefit also the one who is contributing. And I think what we have seen after the attacks in Brussels and in Paris, especially on this field, that we had to make sure that they understand what Europol can deliver. And we deployed directly staff. We had a team of 60 people working on a 24-hour basis to support member states in investigations. And that was quite a big change as it was for, let's say, a few years ago. So if you look now in our situation, we have 10 times more information about terrorism than 3 years ago. We doubled the amount of information on organized crime and in relation towards this. So in building up trust, proving that you are really having added value, that's the most important challenge I had, and I think we are in a positive way improving.
So how do you, for the theme of THIMUN this year, it's Borders in a Globalized World. How do the operations of Europol link with the theme?
Yeah. Well, in my contribution I try to make clear that that's about borders, but also about disappearing borders. I think, and if you look at the crime perspective, the fact that borders are disappearing, both in, let's say, in the way that digital activity is taking a place in crime, so cyber activities, but also the fact that there are a lot of people on the run, migration, in which also borders are being crossed by organized crime, being paid for it. So there is a lot of relation, but what I wanted to make clear in my contribution is that we have a changing world, and the world is changing so fast that we have to find new solutions also in law enforcement. So not only about collecting a lot of information, but connecting the right people. And not only within law enforcement, but also with, let's say, providers, with banks, with others that can help us to combat organized crime.
So for the theme of the conference, since a lot of the delegates, there'll be a lot of the issues within their committees will mainly focus on the borders in a globalized world. Is there any particular advice you want to give to them before we conclude?
Well, the theme of my contribution was think big. Being at a global conference, that's always the case, and yes, you're not dealing with small issues, you're dealing with big issues, so to say, but then I mean big in a different way. Big is as more or less standing for brave, innovative and grouped. So you have to be brave in the way that you are looking into solutions, so don't be afraid of taking new ways. And take up responsibility, being innovative, so look at what's happening, making use of all kinds of new techniques that we have, like cyber, but also social media, and do it together. Not only together with countries, but also with professionals, with the big companies that we have. So the only thing I can say, please think big in that way, and if that's the motive, I think you will also find quite some solutions for the problems that we have.
That's very valuable advice that you've given us. Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.